So, I could do a mini review about Shadow of the Beast, so I don't record a separate video, I'll do it right away. Because I'm way too lazy to record a separate video. So, what is the Shadow of the Beast? Shadow of the Beast, first I thought it was a Metroidvania, it has nothing to do with Metroidvania. Then I thought it was a roguelike, it has nothing to do with roguelites and roguelikes. The game is actually a rhythm, like classic rhythm games, okay? Kill enemies left and right in specific areas, as a side-scroller rhythm. So, as you go through the game, you find unlockables and it unlocks lore. Every map has lore. And the more you discover, the clearer the story is, with 7 or 8 different endings in total. Depends what you did along the way. You need to play like a maniac if you want to unlock all. So what's the story about? The mage creates a perfect killer, the beast, out of a human, okay? And you work for him. And then you rebel and you go after the mage that created you, where you can have plenty of different things. You chase him throughout the entire world, basically, until you catch him. That's the story. Narration is nice, for example, on
finding the child that Melitoth
the
was
map.
hunting. The
Very
Seekers
nice
tried
narration,
to
but it
take
takes
her
a
to
lot
safety,
to unlock all.
a place beyond Melitoth's reach.
This
But
part
they
I
were too
like
late.
it, okay?
Zelek had
Writing,
learned
it's a
of their
serious
plans.
game, you know.
by
Simplistic
the
like back in
mage's
Amiga
serve.
version as well, but better because the game is newer, yeah. So if I had to rate the game right now, I would give it like, for the story, I would give like 5 out of 10. It ain't bad, it's actually fine, solid. How's the game in terms of bugs and optimization? The game is smooth, it works fine, there are no bugs, very long loading screens, and very clunky controls. Bug free, but I would not call this as an optimized game or a well-balanced game, because controls are all clunky and you depend out of rhythm in battle. You can see how long the loading screens are as well. It's atrocious, to be honest. Atrocious. So, as the rhythm game, it needs to be smoother with more responsive controls. I would not say that this is a well-optimized game and a good game in those regards. There are no bugs, but controls are just garbage. Okay, garbage. And I would say 6 or 7 out of 10 for bugs and optimization in this game. That's reality. What is the game time? You can finish the entire game in 2 hours if you want to, but to do like 100% and unlock all lore and then go for the score, okay, speedrun, bloody hell, it's like 50 to 100 hours if you're crazy to master the game. That is, I'm not, and I won't be doing it. So there is a huge replay value, but the game is mega short. It only has 6 maps, 7 if you include the final boss, but very short. One of the shortest games that you can play, but you can also make it long if you want to. It really depends on the player. If you really like the game, okay, read them. Side-scroller. There was a game, you know, during 90s. It was called Pandemonium. Pandemonium 1 and 2. The first side-scroller in 2D that was able to transfer, you know, camera angles like this, like Shadow of the Beast, as you play. Okay, so they reused that mechanic from Pandemonium games. Although Pandemonium, that was a clear platformer, but with same camera angles, as Shadow of the Beast and how it transitions, especially this was taken from Pandemonium, for example. So for the game time, I don't know what's the game price. It's free on a PlayStation Plus. Considering that it's free on a PlayStation Plus, there is no need to discuss the game time. It's a free game, man. So although mega short with solid replay value and great speedrun value as well as the leaderboard, I would say like 9 out of 10 for people that like this type of games. For the difficulty, this is a mega or mega hard game if you wanna master it, but it can also be very easy if you wanna rush it down. Okay, so everyone can play the game, but it's more a hard game than an easy game. No matter the difficulty that you pick, there's easy, normal, and beast, or better to say hard difficulty. The only thing that changes is the overall score that you're gonna get when you finish and the overall health that you start. Now, how would I rate the difficulty? Because of the clunky controls, it's agonizing, to be honest. It's really agonizing. And this is a rhythm. They call it hack and slash. I would say beat 'em up. Beat 'em up. Side scroller. That's extremely hard. And I can blame controls for that, to be honest. I would say like 6 out of 10 for the difficulty. It's hard, but in a stupid way. Not in a good way, it's hard in a stupid way. Now, as far as maps and graphics go, you've seen the graphics. I like the style of the game, it looks great. Even though it's from 2016, now it's 2024, this is like 8 years old game. For an 8 years old game, graphics are actually very nice. Clear game. You can clearly see when enemies attack you, what's gonna happen, where to climb, what door to open. Art style is nice. Graphics hold on in 2024. It's a good looking game. Very good looking game. As far as maps go, there's only 6 maps in the entire game. Mega short. There is map variety. Every map is different from the previous one. But it's not enough, man. It's just not enough. That's very low. Like 6 maps. 1 mega short. And 1 that I can't even call the map. That would be this lava fields where the boss is located. So basically that leaves you with like tutorial map. 1 mini map. You got 4 classic maps only in reality. Okay. There is no mini map while you play. So you're going in blind on every map. You need to check every corner on your own. That's fine, that it's not big maps. The game looks nice. And it's short. Low map variety, in other words. I would give it like, I don't know, 6? 7 out of 10? 6 out of 10? As far as gameplay goes, I already said what it is. Side-scrolling, platforming, rhythm. They call it hack and slash, I would call it beat 'em up. Waves and waves of enemies, and then a bit of platforming, and then again waves of enemies. You use your entire gamepad, holding different buttons for different combos. You can block, you can parry, you can dodge, get behind enemies, whack them. And that's about it. That's the entire gameplay, basically. It's very simplistic, but also agonizing because of the freaking clunky controls. Is it fun? Yeah, for an hour, 2, and then if it was longer, it would be agonizing. I would not call this game fun. The game is straight up mediocre, as well as gameplay. So I would say like 5 out of 10 for the gameplay. Executions are great when you're killing enemies in 1,000,000 different ways. Executions are great. But other than that, I would not say that everything is good in this game. Okay, everything is like mediocre. Like a low point and a high point, the game would be mid in everything that it does. It's mid. 5 out of 10 for the gameplay as well. Next would be leveling and itemization. During the maps, you find some unlockables where you can unlock lore, bestiary, okay, and everything that exists in a game. That's the first thing you do. The next thing you do, you get score for every map on the right side, how you did it and whatnot, okay. Ranks for combat, platinum, gold, bronze, silver, and so on. The higher the score, the more points you get. They transition into mana, and when you enter here, you can unlock more health, faster executions, bigger damage, faster ulti, more shots for the gun, and that's about it. Very simplistic. The other thing that you can do is you can find these talismans that also increase some passive abilities, like you can AoE stun enemies during combat, you receive less damage from falling during platforming, and so on. And you can equip 3 talismans before every map. That's everything from leveling and itemization. I think there is lore part that you also collect during the gameplay, and that would be this on a map. Blue line. All of that is actually lore. It's not maps, this is lore. And you also collect that during mapping. Maps are down. That's everything there is from leveling. You got resurrection stones when you do everything perfect, okay, when you get platinum. That's white, blue, platinum. When you get platinum, there is a chance that you're gonna get the resurrection flasks, so when you die you can resurrect. That's all there is. There is nothing else with leveling. Again, mediocre. Okay, I don't feel like combat leveling has any impact on a game. I really don't feel any impact on a game. If you don't press the button at the right time, it doesn't matter what you leveled up, you're gonna get hit. So everything revolves how fast you're gonna press block, parry, or classic attack, or dodge. Okay, you don't need leveling for that, you get that from the very start, so nothing changes out of leveling. It has no impact on the game. Same I can say about talismans. Now, it could have impact if you are crazy to chase high scores. Okay, so if you are crazy to chase high scores, then yeah, it can have impact. But you need to play like crazy to unlock all and then have impact to chase on the leaderboard. Frankly, I don't want to waste my life on this. Even though I enjoy hard games, this is stupidly hard because of the clunky controls. Leveling and itemization, I would also say it's even below mediocre. I would give it like 3 or 4 out of 10. For NPCs and enemies, good enemy variety, no NPCs in the game. There are some here in the lore. Okay, the main narrator that explains what's happening, the main bad guy. With solid enemy variety from this 4.5 maps, and there are bosses on the end of each map. Bosses are complete disappointment, including the final boss. They're straight up fucking garbage. And when I say garbage, I mean it. Bosses are the biggest garbage in the game. I don't even know why they exist in the game. That's how bad it is. Okay, not only that bosses are mega easy, they're also garbage. They only look scary. Design is nice for bosses, but the movesets and the overall mechanic around the bosses, including the disastrous final boss. NPCs and enemies, this is like 3 out of 10. It doesn't deserve more. At the end, it's music and sound. There is voice narration during lore. Music is forgettable. Sound effects are fine. 7 out of 10, I guess. Then the final verdict for the Shadow of the Beast as a rhythm side-scroller. I would say below mediocre. I don't know what came out of numbers. I'm too lazy to calculate, so I'll do it once I release this review. But I would say it's below 5 out of 10, 4 point something out of 10. It's free to play though on PlayStation Plus, so maybe that can give it like above 5 out of 10 only because of that. But overall, this game is... I can't say it's garbage, I can't say it's bad. Below mediocre. You can easily skip it, there is no need for anyone to play this, to be honest. Like, really no need for anyone to play this. I'm disappointed, you know. I'm really disappointed. This game should have been a Metroidvania, not a rhythm side-scroller. Okay. 18 out of 33 trophies in like what? Where's the time? In 3 hours, 18 out of 33 trophies. Below mediocre. That's what it is. I don't know who did the game. I really don't know. I know it's disappointing, that's what I know. It has nothing to do with a platformer. This is not a platformer, it's a rhythm side-scroller, man. With pandemonium camera angles, like some strange, weird mix of everything, and at the end it's nothing, okay? Everything is mediocre, below mediocre. There is not a single element in the game that I could praise. Okay, maybe executions. How he executes enemies and the brutality of the game. Okay, how bloody the game is. That's the only thing I can praise. Everything else is below mediocre. Even my cat knows that it's below mediocre. He usually watches me playing. He never watched this while I was playing.